quite late on Friday night when the show was over and people were sliding into the weekend, no one was really paying attention to the news, Attorney General William Barr just issued a surprising statement out of nowhere, seemingly, announcing that the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, a guy named Jeffrey Berman, was resigning. That's a weird thing to announce Friday at like 10 o'clock. The Southern District of New York is arguably one of the most powerful and active districts in the country, probably the most powerful. And as you might remember, it's that district that put the president's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, in prison. It is also that district that is reportedly currently investigating the president's personal lawyer and bagman, Rudy Giuliani. It's already indicted two of his associates. It's also investigating the president's inaugural committee, the president's personal bank, Deutsche Bank. One of the most surprising things about the Attorney General's sudden Friday night summer announcement is that it was also apparently a surprise to the man at issue, the top prosecutor that William Barr claimed had resigned. Because that guy, Jeffrey Berman, quickly issued a statement saying, in effect, hell no. Quote, I learned in a press release from the Attorney General tonight that I was stepping down as United States Attorney. I have not resigned, have no intention of resigning my position. Our investigations will move forward without delay or interruption. Boy, that last part certainly seemed like a shot across the bow, and to at the very least imply that his removal or attempted removal was due to William Barr wanting him to stop doing some of those investigations. Then on Saturday afternoon, Barr then upped the ante, releasing a public letter to Berman saying, quote, because you have declared you have no intention of resigning, I have asked the president to remove you as of today, and he has done so. The top prosecutor for the Southern District agreed to step down shortly after that. So Jeffrey Berman says, okay, uncle, but only after Barr agreed to let his deputy, right, his number two, a respected career prosecutor, take over that office, as opposed to having it taken over by the New Jersey U.S. Attorney, which was weird, or the person they'd nominated. But in all the back and forth, it's important not to lose sight of the fact the Attorney General of the United States just flat out lied to the American people on Friday. That's what happened. He lied when he said that federal prosecutor agreed to resign. That was a lie. He lied to all of us with a black and white lie, something easily provable, and he has lied before. And now that U.S. Attorney, who has that that Attorney General who has fired Jeffrey Berman is now available to testify before Congress if anyone wants to hear from him, because we still do not really know what the heck happened here. Joining me now for more on the removal of U.S. Attorney Jeffrey Berman is Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Democrat of Rhode Island. He's a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, the committee that confirmed Attorney General Barr. He previously served as a U.S. Attorney himself, the U.S. Attorney for Rhode Island. And in that capacity, as a senator on the Judiciary Committee, as a man who held a job similar to Jeffrey Berman's, what did you make of this when you heard this Friday night? What is this?
I don't know. It's somewhere between The Gong Show and that black comedy, The Death of Stalin. It's just such an array of misfires. First of all, there's the lie about the U.S. attorney resigning. Then it turns out that nobody bothered to tell Barr, or they'd forgotten, that this was a judicially appointed U.S. attorney, a rare thing. So it's actually not clear that Barr can fire him, which gave him the leverage to hold out and demand that instead of the New Jersey U.S. attorney coming in, that his own Southern District of New York deputy would take over, again, in the ordinary course. And then they also forgot that there's a blue slip in the Senate Judiciary Committee. So actually, the new appointee, who they supposedly wanted to be Jay Clayton, would have to go through Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand before they could get there. So the amateurishness and the obvious oversights, I mean, it's kind of fire the associate quality work here. So all of that suggests, because Barr is not an idiot, that there are some very powerful forces working just beneath the surface to explain all this peculiarity.
Well, I mean, there's a mystery here that to me is unsolved, right? I mean, clearly something happened. There was some predicate for this. There was some precipitating incident. There's some reporting today about it being an open letter about, a statement of interest in the Department of Justice on Bill de Blasio's opening. I don't quite buy that. But it just seems to me that it's someone's job, I don't know, the Senate Judiciary Committee, the House Judiciary Committee, to actually get to the bottom. Like, we should know what happened here, right?
Yes, we should know what happened here. And if we had gavels in the Senate, we would find out. Chairman Nadler does have gavel in the House, and I hope and expect he will continue to look into this because it all just smells really rancid. I think part of it might be that they want to humble the famous sovereign district of New York, which is why you bring a New Jersey U.S. attorney to oversee it
Right.
As a part-time job. There's always been a rivalry between Main Justice and the so-called sovereign district, but just the bad lawyering here and the slipshod facts and being caught lying twice, first by Berman and second by the president saying, hey, I had nothing to do with this, when Barr said that this was the president's call. It all just smacks of amateurism and bizarre motivations.